Warren Buffett said, "My wealth has come from a combination of living in America, some lucky genes, and compound interest." And he's not alone in that belief. Albert Einstein also called compound interest the eighth wonder of the world, stating that he who understands it earns it, he who doesn't pays it. But why is compound interest so powerful? Compound interest works like a snowball. The longer you allow the money to grow, the more it multiplies. Unlike simple interest, where earnings are calculated only on the initial amount, with compound interest, the returns generate new returns, creating an exponential effect. Let's look at a practical example. If you invest $1,000 with a 10% annual return, in the first year you'll have $100. In the second year, the 10% will be on $100, resulting in $1,200. Over time, this small amount grows significantly. If you leave it invested for 30 years without adding anything more, you'll have over $17,000. But if you invest a little every month, the numbers explode. The key is to start early and be disciplined. The more time the money has to grow, the less effort will be required in the future. The secret isn't in how much you invest, but in how long you let your money work for you. Many people believe that you need a lot of money to start investing, but that's a myth. The real secret of compound interest is in consistency, not the initial amount. Imagine that you invest just $100 per month with a 10% annual return. Seems small, right? But over 30 years, this small effort turns into more than $200,000. This is because with compound interest, your returns accumulate and generate new returns, creating an exponential effect. Now, if you increase your contributions over time, even if it's just $50 more per month each year, the final amount grows even more. This is the effect of paying yourself first. Before spending on luxuries, you set aside an amount to invest. Discipline is more important than the initial amount. What really matters is creating the habit of investing regularly and letting time work its magic. The sooner you start, the less effort will be needed to achieve financial independence. The biggest trap when it comes to compound interest is delaying the start of investments. Many believe that they can start when they have more money, but this mentality is costly. In investing, time is worth more than the money you put in. Imagine two people starting at different times. Lucas starts at age 20, investing $200 per month with an average return of 10% per year. At 60, he will have accumulated more than $1.1 million. Mariana only starts at age 30, investing the same amount and with the same return. At 60, her net worth will be only $400,000. The difference is huge. Lucas invested only $24,000 more, but ended up with almost 3 times more money. This happens because, with compound interest, growth is slow at first, but accelerates over time. The sooner you start, the easier it becomes to accumulate wealth, without having to invest large amounts. The most expensive mistake isn't investing little, but not investing at all. Waiting for the perfect moment can cost hundreds of thousands of dollars in the future. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best is now. Understanding the power of compound interest is essential, but knowing how to apply it in practice makes all the difference. The first step is to start as soon as possible, even if it's with small amounts. Time is the greatest multiplier of your money, so don't wait to have a large amount to invest. The important thing is to create the habit of contributing regularly and letting the money grow. Choosing good investments is also fundamental. Investments such as index funds, stocks of solid companies, and fixed income with good returns help maximize the effect of compound interest. The secret is not in seeking quick gains, but in maintaining a consistent and long-term strategy. Warren Buffett, for example, built his fortune by investing in profitable businesses and letting his investments grow over decades. Reinvesting profits is another key factor. Whenever you receive dividends or returns, instead of spending them, reinvest. This increases the base on which compound interest acts, accelerating your wealth growth. Many people miss this opportunity by using the gains on immediate expenses without realizing the impact this has in the long run. Discipline is also essential. Along the way, there will be market fluctuations and moments of uncertainty, But the smart investor doesn't get carried away by emotions. The focus should be on the consistency of contributions and the time the money remains invested. Those who try to predict the market or seek quick gains usually miss the opportunity to see the effect of compound interest in the long run. Automating your investments can make this process even more efficient. Creating an automatic debit to invest every month ensures that the money will be applied before you have the chance to spend it. Small actions like this, done continuously, can transform your financial situation and create a prosperous future without excessive effort. Many people know about compound interest, but end up making mistakes that prevent their money from growing as it could. One of the most common mistakes is withdrawing investments too early. Impatience leads to early redemptions, interrupting the multiplier effect of returns. The longer the money remains invested, the greater the exponential growth. Choosing the wrong investments can also harm wealth accumulation. Investing in assets that yield below inflation causes the money to lose value over the years. The ideal is to look for options with attractive returns and that have a solid history. Fixed income with advantageous rates, index funds, and good stocks are some alternatives to maximize gains in the long run. Many novice investors try to predict the market and end up hurting themselves. Moving the money constantly, trying to hit the right times to buy and sell, can reduce earnings and generate unnecessary costs. The most efficient strategy is to maintain regular contributions, regardless of the fluctuations, allowing compound interest to act without interruptions. Another common mistake is not increasing investments over time. As the years go by, income tends to grow, and adjusting the contributions to larger amounts further accelerates the effect of compound interest. Small periodic increases make a big difference in the final result, even if they seem irrelevant at the moment. Maintaining a lifestyle incompatible with financial goals also compromises the results. Spending excessively and not prioritizing investments prevents the money from working in favor of the investor. Adjusting consumption habits and setting aside a portion of income for investments in a disciplined manner allows you to build a robust net worth without great sacrifices. Have you ever wondered why so many people work their whole lives and never get rich, while others accumulate fortunes without needing high salaries? The answer lies in how they use money. Millionaires understand that compound interest is the most powerful tool for building wealth and apply this knowledge strategically. Instead of leaving money idle or spending it on goods that lose value, they direct a significant portion of their income to investments that grow over time. This means that every dollar invested today turns into dozens or even hundreds in the future. The secret is not just in earning money, but in making the money work on its own and continue to generate more wealth. Another common strategy among the wealthy is to avoid bad debt. While many people get into debt with high interest rates on credit cards and loans, millionaires do the opposite. They put the money to earn and use compound interest in their favor. Thus, instead of paying interest, they receive it, creating a cycle that accelerates the growth of wealth. Patience is also a crucial factor. Those who have a long-term vision know that great fortunes are not built overnight. While many seek quick gains and end up frustrated, millionaires continue to accumulate wealth silently, letting compound interest do the heavy lifting. What really differentiates those who achieve financial independence from those who spend their lives worried about money is not the amount they earn, but how they deal with it. Those who understand this principle and begin to apply it completely change the game. The question is, are you using this secret in your favor, or are you still working for money instead of making it work for you? Imagine two friends, Carlos and Ricardo, who started their careers at the same time, earning the same salary. Both had dreams of a comfortable life, but made different choices about how to deal with money. Carlos believed that he should enjoy the present. Whenever he received his salary, he spent it on trips, dinners, and goods that impressed his friends. When there was any money left over, he left it in his checking account. He never thought about investing because he thought that was for rich people. The years passed and, even earning well, he never managed to get out of financial trouble. Ricardo did differently. From the first salary, he decided to save a small portion and invest every month. He started with little, but maintained discipline. While Carlos traded cars every few years, Ricardo continued to invest. When he received a raise, he didn't immediately increase his standard of living, but increased his contributions. 20. Years later, Carlos was still working hard and worrying about the month's bills. Ricardo, thanks to the effect of compound interest, had accumulated a solid net worth and could choose whether he wanted to continue working or not. He didn't need to earn more than Carlos, he just made smarter decisions. Time passes for everyone, and the difference between those who prosper and those who remain in the rat race is in the daily choices. Today, are you being Carlos or Ricardo? Imagine an investor who never tried to predict the market, never looked for the best times to buy or sell, and yet achieved results superior to most people. He never read financial reports, never analyzed charts, and didn't even worry about the economy. This investor never existed, but if he had existed, he would have surpassed even experienced professionals. Research shows that the best long-term returns don't come from those who try to hit the ideal time to invest, but from those who simply leave the money invested and forget about it. In a study done by a large investment manager, they discovered that the clients with the highest returns were those who had forgotten they had money invested. Without anxiety to sell in times of crisis, time worked in their favor. Most investors lose money not because they choose bad investments, but because they act driven by emotion. When the market goes up, greed causes many to buy at the top. When it falls, fear causes them to sell at the worst time. The investor who ignores the fluctuations and maintains discipline easily surpasses those who try to guess the future. Though we all have, big mistake is in impatience. Many people enter the world of investments expecting quick enrichment and give up when they realize that compound interest takes time to show its true impact. But it is precisely in the last years that growth becomes exponential, and those who give up before lose the best part. Warren Buffett says that compound interest is like planting a tree. In the first years, growth seems slow and insignificant. But over time, the roots strengthen, the branches expand, and suddenly, the tree becomes immense. Those who don't understand this cut the tree before it bears the best fruit. Another factor that separates successful investors from those who fail is regularity. Investing a fixed amount every month, regardless of the economic scenario, creates a powerful effect in the long run. The secret is not in finding the best time to invest, but in remaining invested for as long as possible. The silent millionaires of the world are not those who made fortunes betting on trendy assets, but those who consistently invested part of their income, reinvested profits, and never interrupted the process. They understood that getting rich is not a one-time event, but a habit repeated over decades. The story of investors who forgot their investments teaches us a valuable lesson. The greatest enemy of your money may be yourself. Trying to control every movement of the market, acting on impulse, or seeking shortcuts to wealth only hinders the effect of compound interest. The less you interfere, the better the result. If there were a definitive secret to financial success, it would be this: invest early, invest always, and let time work its magic. While many waste time trying to predict the future, those who just follow the process without anxiety end up achieving financial freedom consistently. The question remains: will you be an investor who acts on emotion, or one who lets compound interest work in your favor? There are several ways to put compound interest to work for you in the American market. The secret is to choose investments that offer long-term growth, reinvesting the gains to accelerate the multiplying effect of capital. From stocks of large companies to retirement accounts, the American market offers countless opportunities for those who want to build wealth intelligently. One of the most popular ways to invest with compound interest in the US is through index funds, ETFs, such as the S&P 500, SPY, VOO, IVV. These funds replicate the performance of the 500 largest companies in the US, such as Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon. Historically, the S&P 500 offers an average annual return of about 10%. Those who invest regularly and reinvest dividends see their wealth grow exponentially over the years. Dividend stocks are also an excellent option. Companies like Coca-Cola, KO, Johnson & Johnson, J&J, and Procter & Gamble, PG, have been paying dividends for decades and increasing their payments regularly. Reinvesting these dividends means that each payment generates new earnings in the future, creating a snowball effect on wealth. For those thinking about retirement, accounts like 401ks and Roth IRAs allow investments to grow tax-free or with i.e. tax advantages. Regular contributions to these accounts, combined with solid investments, allow small amounts to turn into large fortunes over the decades. Many millionaires in the US have built their wealth simply by contributing to these plans and letting time do its work. Real estate can also be an ally to compound interest. Investing in REITs, real estate investment trusts, like Realty Income, O, or Vanguard Real Estate ETF, VNQ, allows you to receive passive rental income, which can be reinvested to buy more shares and increase cash flow over time. This creates a cycle where returns generate new returns, accelerating wealth growth. The American market offers opportunities for any investor profile. The most important thing is to start early, maintain discipline, and reinvest earnings. With time and consistency, compound interest transforms even small contributions into large fortunes, guaranteeing financial freedom in the future. Warren Buffett built his fortune by applying simple and powerful principles, and compound interest was his greatest weapon. He didn't need lucky breaks or risky investments, just time, patience, and constant reinvestment. The difference between those who achieve financial independence and those who spend their lives chasing money lies precisely in how each one uses this tool. The American market offers opportunities for anyone willing to act with discipline. Index funds, dividend-paying stocks, retirement accounts, and REITs are just some of the ways to multiply wealth without excessive effort. Those who start early and maintain consistency reap the greatest rewards, while those who postpone this decision end up paying the price of procrastination. With each passing day, time works in favor of some and against others. The question is not whether compound interest works, but whether you are taking advantage of this effect or letting it slip away. Small decisions made today can mean financial freedom in the future or regret for not having started sooner. The next few years will pass anyway. What will you do today to ensure that, in the future, you are the one reaping the rewards? If this information made sense to you, don't let time pass without taking action. Start building your financial freedom now. Comment below which compound interest strategy you already use or plan to start. Take the opportunity to subscribe to the channel for more content that will help you invest better and multiply your wealth. Leave a like so that more people can learn this millionaire's secret, and share it with someone who needs to learn this today. See you in the next video.